Mic is live, the stage is set. Words like fire you won't forget. Every topic, every thread. Living stories in your head. Dive in deep, let's take control. This podcast is your soul's console. Turn it up, feel the beat ignite. Conversations flowing bright. In your ears, day or night. This is the sound that feels so right. Oh.
As always, everything we discuss is for entertainment and is speculation. Please like and subscribe, and definitely join our discussion in the comments. If you're ready, let's get into it. Give me 1 second, I forgot to shut the door. Welcome to Typically Unique. I'm Kim, and I'm here by myself today. Carlos is on his way home from work. My daughter just got home. They're waiting for dinner. It's in the oven. I might have to run out and check it. But I think they can take care of it too. So let me see if I can, let me see the comments. Welcome. I hope everybody's having a great day. And we're going to talk about the David case tonight. I've been following that. Carlos just sent me a quick little update, but I was like, I think I heard that already. It was about the timeline of the car. So we'll be talking about that. But if you're not familiar with the case, so David Anthony Burke is the person's name. He is a singer. Hi, babe. Did you hear me saying you were just coming home? So Carlos has entered the chat. Hopefully you heard me say, check on dinner. It's in the oven. But David Anthony Burke is an up-and-coming singer. He's from Houston, Texas, and was currently renting an apartment in Beverly Hills. Not an apartment, a expensive house. Some people say like $20,000 a month. I've heard $14,000 a month. Either way, super expensive. And he was just about to go on world tour. He had started the tour in California and Arizona, and a girl's body was found in the front trunk of his Tesla, deceased and dismembered. Her name is Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and there's a lot for us to know about her too. The first question was, did he know her? Were they connected? Because she was only 14 years old, about to turn 15. And the cyber sleuths went on a mission and pretty much determined, even though it has not been officially said, that yes, it appears they did know each other at least. How much they were involved is yet to be officially determined, but there's lots of images that I'm going to share with you of them together. And let me do that right now. I want this one. Okay. So this is the neighborhood area of where he lived in Beverly Hills. And the update about this case, so the dot on there is where the car was located. And I don't know the address of where he actually lived. So they said the car was about a half a block from his home. So somewhere in that area, it was his actual home that he was renting. And they said that they know for sure the car was there based on tickets that the car received for at least a couple weeks. So they can therefore determine that she was deceased for more than 2 weeks or whatever the timeline is from when those tickets were given. According to what they've said about the body, I guess the decomposition was very bad. So seems like it might be more than that. However, it was Los Angeles in summertime, so we're waiting for that to be determined by the coroner, the medical examiner. The medical examiner did come out and say she was not pregnant, and I don't know if a toxicology report came out yet. I think they're still waiting for that. And the medical examiner could not determine the manner and cause of death. So that is deferred. Hopefully the medical examiner is going to do more investigating into that. So I want to show, where'd it go? There it is. So that's Celeste. So this is what the cyber sleuths did. They found images of them together on social media. And usually a lot of the images that they found were with her covering her face. So it appeared like they were trying to conceal her identity. Now, his friends supposedly have come out and said, like, they've hung out with them, they were around her, and they thought she was like 19 years old. David is 20. But she was 14, and reports are that they met as early as when she was 11 or 12, and they met on Fortnite, I believe. He was a gamer, and that's actually how he started his music career. We're going to watch a little documentary about him, and he's going to explain that. So I don't need to do that here because we will hear that from his own words. So there's a picture of her. Now, apparently she was a runaway several times. And there was an interview of a boyfriend that she had like in 7th grade, and he came on and said that when he was spending time with her, she would often complain about her home life. She was not happy at home, didn't get along with her mom. She said her mom was mean to her. She ran away at least 2 times, and the last time was in April of 2024. And it does seem like a police report was filed. And the interesting update also that I heard, and this was information from, I was listening to TMZ, I was listening to Hidden True Crime. I know there's another source that I was listening to. I will have to link those in the description. But they were saying that I lost my train of thought. I was trying to think of my sources. Oh, I was talking about her being a runaway. Oh, okay. So some reports are that she was last seen in April of 2024, but there is a video clip that we're going to watch where she was seen back at home with her family in June of 2024 and September of 2024. So one's a photo of her being at a family event, and one is a video where she was arguing with a neighbor outside. So now we can say the timeline is September of 2024. And I believe that video is exactly to the day 1 year when her body was found. So a year. Hi, Brooke. Good to see you. I'm so happy. I was hoping you would hop in because I know you're interested in this case too. So I'm going to show this. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a kind of like a short documentary with David, and he's talking to the person that's making this documentary, and it was actually posted on his own YouTube channel. So it gives a lot of background about his upbringing and what got him into the music scene. and his home life. Like I took a lot away from it about his family too. So let's watch that. Hold on. I know it's probably echoing. I'll get it. I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. There we go. And let me pick what I want. That's what I want. Oh, I need to put that down here. Sorry. There we go. All right. Let me rewind it a little bit.
Yeah, everything that's happened in the past 18 months, it's been absolutely bonkers. Going from scoring Fortnite videos like they were music videos to then having people know me for my music and actually like it is crazy. Because homeschooling, I wasn't going outside.
Can you hear it okay?
So I thought I was just gonna be in Texas forever. But then boom.
Houston-based artist David Burke amassed over 100 million streams in only 17 years old.
No more second guessing myself though, because I second guessed myself for Romantic Homicide and that song almost never came out. So yeah. I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Like me, it's me. Dear.
I've lived with him for like 15 years of my life.
Why am I still here?
He's pretty aight.
I don't mean to be complacent. Yeah, ever since I was young, I really just liked anime, gaming, and poetry. That's it. I remember reading my first manga when I was in 5th grade. Dragon Ball, Tokyo Ghoul, and see these fantasy characters with powers and all that. That weren't superheroes. It was the first time I've seen stories where people have powers or magical abilities without being like a superhero like Batman or Spider-Man or something like that. And that inspired me to start writing and write my own stories about them. Poetry was a big part of my life, and it's the reason that I make the music that I make. And I basically write a poem every day. I've always wanted to be a professional video game player. I forgot how good I was at this game, bro. And I was in Team Assault, Team Delirium, and Team Limit. So I'm playing my video games. I'm thinking I'm gonna make good money, and then I see all of these red money signs on my YouTube account. So I was making $0. I was getting copyright strike left and right.
Because of his ability, I know he's able to play and do. So I said, just make your own music. And that was that.
Here With Me, I made as like a cover up for Romantic Homicide because I got on my own.
So I wanted to stop it here for a minute because Nancy Grace was talking about this, I think yesterday, and I have a little clip from that, but she was talking about him with anime, and I guess we heard him talk about it right here in this documentary that he was into that and he created his own character. And she was saying that he named that character Pain and it was like his alter ego. Hi, Woke Up 1984. Good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, so that was interesting. So anime, and I have to say, like, as a teacher, I love that. Like I always pushed poetry, like, and try to bring that side of it, like, because a lot of kids that I taught were really into music, and that's really what poetry is. It's lyrics and things like that. So There's so many rappers and musicians that I've heard say that writing and poetry was like, that's what they did. That's what they do. I love that. So love that part of the story. But let's see. And then we're seeing his family, right? His mom and dad are both there. So, all right, continue on.
About it, I thought Romantic Homicide was the worst song I ever made. I got bored and was like, okay, I got this song. Let me just see what happens. And I posted a snippet on TikTok. And then Romantic Homicide actually went insane. At the time, I didn't have producers and like that to go to. So I was like, I turned to online and I looked up indie type beats. And this producer named Dan Darmawan came up. There was one, I instantly gravitated to it. I downloaded it, sent it to my phone, loaded it up on BandLab, got up from the computer. Where are my recording headphones at? Got it from the computer. Ran to my studio. Now, if you take a look around, this is my little sister's room. And this happens to be my little sister's closet. I do not have a walk-in closet.
I know I would go upstairs and he would be sitting, he would be in the closet making music. And he said, oh, I'm making music for myself. And I was like, okay.
Sound isolation, insulation right there. The robes, all your sound. It's going right there. Boom, boom, boom. Right?
That closet is right over our bedroom. So every time he goes in there, we know.
I'm scared. I was like, okay, that sounds kind of good. It feels like you don't hear. And then I stopped. Because I was like, bro, this could potentially go somewhere. I went back. You can see the vocal tracks and stems here. I'm scared. So overnight, I literally just threw this up. How do you get your BandLab to sound like this? This sounds like studio, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And as soon as I saw this, I posted it. And after that, it just went stupid.
Music news: David breaks the top 40 with his single Romantic Homicide, which he reportedly...
And I got all these emails from the record labels and I didn't know what to do. I told my parents about it and they thought I was getting scammed.
He came downstairs one night and we were in the kitchen and he said, I have something to tell y'all. I was like, what? He was like, this label. I was like, keep calling and labels went. I was like, we were like, what are you saying? Boy, stop playing.
I thought it was a scam. I said, listen, David, just be careful who you're talking to. There's a lot of things going on online. Until we flew to LA, it's like, okay, now this is reality. This is not a scam. This is
yeah. We literally found out when labels started calling. That's it.
Isn't that crazy? That they and good advice from his parents, like, be careful, it's probably scammers. So just seeing this like background of what his family was like, seems typical.
We are at the Rise at the Warehouse in Houston, Texas. This is the parkour spot. Yeah, I brought you guys because this is a big part of the story. Especially, I mean, not just in music, but in life in general, because I learned a lot of good lessons.
When David gets into something that he wants to do, he becomes very focused.
But my dad forced me to do something like, what's it called? Yeah, some kind of disciplinary outlet.
growing up as a kid. I'm a martial artist, training martial arts for 20 plus years. So the same work ethic and discipline that I had growing up, I wanted to reinforce that in David and Caleb.
Him just seeing them go so hard, he literally would just start training. He's like, you know what, man? I got to set an example too. They think I'm old. I'm going to show them like, I got it in me. I still got it. Like
a good way to get out the house. I mean, because I was homeschooled, so I'm not getting out the house.
I always wanted to kind of ask him what was going on. I didn't know that he was homeschooled, but I could see the shift in his energy. You know, I've always kind of noticed when he would come in, his headphones on. It was just the fact that I think he also kind of felt disconnected.
Transitioning from public school to homeschool is tragic.
Okay, so that's another interesting fact. He was homeschooled, right? So he seems to be expressing that that was isolating to him. And like, I know that happened to a lot of kids during COVID when we all had to go online, do schooling online, like you just get separated from everybody. So, but also another good parenting tactic is, hey, kid, I don't care what you do, but pick something to get that disciplinary activity, in your life. So interesting that he picked parkour. I like that word, parkour.
I thought I had a lot of friends in middle school, and then after being homeschooled, nobody's hitting me up. Nobody's asking me like, where am I at? Why am I not coming to school today? It made me question like, what is a real friend, and do I have any of those as well? I wrote the song Worthless based on that. It's like going on Fortnite and then finding more support from people that don't even know me when people that I literally know didn't even care. It's pretty strange, bro. But it was cool because I found a lot of new passions, like just being alone and finding like my individuality, being myself, and being a nerd and watching anime and not being made fun of for watching anime or doing this and that and the third. Putting that emotion into the music because everybody's experiencing something at one point, and having people listen to that music is it's a beautiful thing.
So interesting that he seems to have some hurt feelings over people that he did know in his life. And then this brings up a question of why did they put him on homeschooling to begin with? I know in my experience as a teacher, it's usually because there's issues at the public schools. Now, they are a very religious family, so sometimes people make that decision because of that too. So, but that isn't an interesting question. So he's having some feelings over that and some isolation.
Today, I brought you guys to Pentecostal West Houston. This is my church home here in Houston because it is but is one of the most important parts of my life here.
Gospel music has been an integral part of our lives since the kids were very small.
It's still with me. Like, that's my main melodic influence for a lot of the stuff I do right now. And like gospel and classical as a whole. Just like I love pianos. And so a lot of the new music I'm making has a lot of pianos in it. It's a lot of soul. So yeah, that's a big part, especially being in choir.
You help out quite a bit with our youth department here. Always so inclusive with all of the youth group. It's the ability that you have to connect with people.
Having experiences and knowing what the kids are going through, especially nowadays. So like being an anchor for kids that need like an outlet.
So the next time we see each other will probably be that August 11th show.
August 11th?
Yeah.
I went from never going to a concert. The first concert I went to was my own in February 17th. And now I'm going on a 50-show tour.
Isn't that crazy?
Playing live shows is probably one of the best parts about being
own.
an artist. Is like you can see the people that listen to your music face to face and see how much it connects. I think it's the most beautiful thing ever when they're involved in it as well. Like, you know, in the lyrics, they're singing back to you. It's like they're performing to you at the same time. So.
What's also crazy about this is that big 180 of going from church life, gospel music to, you know, writing these murderish, that type of dark side music. And that's a big 180. Interesting.
I killed you, and I didn't even
very proud in the fact that David's music helps people look beyond what they're going through and helps them to overcome what issues that they're having.
I make music for the people to take whatever they need from it. I don't push a specific, like, oh yeah, I said this in this song. That means that's the only thing it could possibly be about. But nah, I just make music, and if you need whatever you need from that song that you can apply to your own situation, I feel like my job is done, to be honest with you. So my goal is just to keep making better music.
David, stay focused, keep your heart pure, and keep your morals, and don't change for anyone. Love ya.
I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Enlighten me.
Okay, so the other thing is when he started that tour, he was in California, different cities. You know, California is a long state, lots of area. So it's not a really good alibi though. Like you could still get to that area. So also writing that song, I believe he was writing it, had some of them written before she disappeared. And then wrote some of them. I think they were mostly written before she disappeared because he started his tour like in August this past summer. So the farthest he was before they found her body, I think, was Phoenix, Arizona. So people are saying, you know, nah, you could still get there in a few hours or whatever. So not great. I'm gonna show you guys something funny. Anybody out there like Halloween? I have lots of friends and family that just get obsessed over Halloween time. Today's October 1st. We've had skeletons and Halloween decorations set up around our neighborhoods and stuff for like a couple weeks now. People just chomping at the bit, waiting for fall around here, waiting for Halloween. My sister invited me to go to this like witches walk that they do where she lives, and that's going to be fun. But I have this just a funny little clip to show you that brings in some Halloween atmosphere. I think I put it in here. Oh, I need to. Okay, I did remove it. All right. I don't want to be doxing myself. There it is. Open it up. Pause. All right. This is for. Stop that. Sorry, I'm talking my way through this. I know it's probably annoying. There's so many steps you have to do to like, there it is. To get things to show up on stage. Yeesh. Be nice if it was just a couple clicks. All right, here you go.
All right. Everyone knows I love Whoppers. There's a new Whopper called the Jack-o'-lantern Whopper. Let's give it a try, see if it's any good. Oh, hey, happy Halloween, baby.
Happy Halloween, baby. Jack-o'-lantern Whopper, everybody. Not sponsored, by the way. Burger King, call me. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So that was my little funny for today. And let me see what else I got in here that I wanted to show you. I think I had more photos. Let me go back to my photos. Oh, yes. So the other, am I unmuted? Yep. The other big news, okay, was, I talked about this on my walk and talk today. They found a key card. A person from Reddit lives in that area. They're on Reddit, and they found in a sewer drainage on the side of the curb a key card to a Tesla. So it's still yet to be determined if it's that exact match. That has not been said yet. The person who found it did manhandle it. And I was yelling at them on my Walk and Talk Live, like, come on, if you're in true crime, you know not to pick that stuff up, right? Like, don't manhandle it. But they did. They told the police that they did. They turned it into the police. So to me, that makes it look like probably someone was borrowing the car, because apparently if you have a Tesla, you can do everything digitally on your phone. You don't need the key card. So you just use the app to open the car, start the car, like do all that stuff. There's just an app for it. So I'm going to show you the photos of the key being seen. Where's it at? Oh, maybe I don't have it. Okay, here we go. We're going to watch this. This shows it. This shows it. It doesn't look like anybody. I see some people listening. Thank you. Oh, Brooke, no worries. No, I have to listen to shows and like do other things all the time. I'm going to show the Nancy Grace little clip that I have, because it talks about the key card getting found. I think this is it. Hopefully it loads. Hopefully it loads.
Card goes with David Anthony Burke's Tesla. If not, I'm sure we'll find out. Explain to me the significance of that key card.
Yeah, I have a Tesla, and when I bought the car as a 2002 Model Y, they gave me 2 key cards. They look like little credit cards, and you put it on the center console, and you can start your car. Most people hide those away. I put those in the safe at my house because I don't need them, because I can use my phone once I set it up correctly to drive, open, and review all the camera stuff on my car. So the key cards are important initially, but then most of the time they're hidden away for when your phone dies or something like that and you need to get into your car.
Guys, just look at that. We're getting that from Steve Fisher Investigates, and the shot of the Tesla key card is from Run It Back 777 on Reddit. Scott Eichert, can't the key card be loaned out? Like if you want someone to borrow your car, you could let them use the key card?
Yes, you can. You can, and because it doesn't have a name on it attached to it, it just runs the car when you need it to. So you can give it to a valet if you wanted to, or you could give it to your son if he's not, already set up to use the car with his phone. You can give that to anybody to use.
Okay, so I'm glad she said that the user's name that actually found it. So I think that's important to know if you wanted to go on Reddit and find that person. And I'm going to look on there and see what else they had to say about it. When I was on my walk today, I was talking because when I first heard it, they said gutter. It was found in the gutter. Well, around here, we call the gutters are on your roof. So I was like, someone hid it in the gutter on the roof? Like, then how did they find it? Like, who's going to look in the gutters? No, I would call that a drainage, like a curb, like sewer drain. We call them sewer drains, right? That's the sewer drain. And on my walk today, I was showing what ours look like around here. And ours are huge. Like there's a big rectangular cutout with a grate in front of it. And that just looked like a dinky little a hole, which a big issue with those is getting clogged. So yeah, that was interesting to me. So, okay. So that looks like to me that someone would have borrowed the car. Here's a photo, if it's still showing. Nope, I got to edit to the stage. Okay. So this is a lot of the photos that the sleuths online would find with David and Celeste. So she was always covering her face, and there were comments made that he trained her, I guess. I don't know if I said this earlier in this show. I think I said it on my walk, but a lot of his friends, I guess, have made comments that they thought she was like 19 years old. Like they thought she went to like UCLA or something, like some college. So, who knows if he knew her real age? I mean, at the very least, there's an inappropriate relationship. In the middle of that somewhere is him knowing and grooming a younger person and having that type of relationship that he could possibly get in trouble for, because he's 20, she was 14, and at the worst, getting charged with murder. So I think finding that card. Now it's interesting that they find that card where we at October 1st. So 3 weeks after the car and the body were found, someone stumbles upon this key. So did it get put there later? Again, there's cameras all over the place there. So I do know, I heard that they are just going through everything, going through all the video footage, and that's taking time, because I know my daughter keeps saying, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? So that's one of the reasons. I know when they went into his house, they a lot of what they took was digital and electronic devices. So I'm sure looking for those communications between them, the connections. So here's a photo of her, interestingly, sitting on a curb in front of a hedge. I have no idea where this is at. This could be, she lived like, I think I heard 70 miles away from LA in Lake Elsinore, I believe it was what it was called. Okay, so a couple more clips I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to wrap this up. But the latest information that I heard was that she was seen after she ran away for the last time. So for a while, the word has been that she was last seen in April of 2024. But there is a photo and video that came out of her at a family event. Now I got to find what I did with those. Did I have them ready to go? Let me see. Give me a minute to see where I put those. Let me see. One more chance, one more try. I think I put them in my screenshots. No, I don't see them there. One more place, and I might not have them. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so here's what I will do. I will make, I will make a separate little short or a video with those. Thought I had everything lined up, but I want to see how many places he had and checked any camera footage was near where the car was found, plus her phone. Yeah. Oh, there's going to be so much to tell from that phone data. So I'm sure that's another part of it, is checking all of that. I think you had asked, and someone was talking about how he might have had like another apartment, another place. I did, I think it was TMZ. Yes. TMZ was talking about how he had talked to neighbors in that area, because he used to live in that area, the main host from TMZ. So he knows people there, I'm sure. And they said that was a party house. And whoops, I don't want to keep showing that. Remove. He was, yeah, party house, and that there was just a party there recently before they found the car. So who knows what was in and out of there. And if he's not, they're having parties there and he's possibly not there. Sounds familiar. I guess, that happens sometimes at the Moscow, Idaho house. Sometimes they would have to call for the roommates. So I'm with your daughter and why it's taking so long. I know. Hopefully it doesn't take 3 years. Hopefully it doesn't take 3 years. So, the other thing with David is, he's just not going to talk. I mean, that's just the smart thing to do, whether you're implicated or not, right? I'm sure he has a lawyer. I'm sure he has a good lawyer, and he's not even a suspect yet. So they're going to say, don't say it. It's always, shut up. Don't say anything, right? That's the mantra. Don't say anything. Let me just check one more thing here and see if I had the documentary. Nope, I cannot find those, but that's okay. So those are the updates for now about David and Celeste. We're waiting for, that more concrete. I think we're going to have to wait until they start getting the digital footprints of who is where from the phones and go through the video cameras. Oh, one thing to note about the video camera on the house, David's manager who rented the house for him made it perfectly clear. He put out a statement that I didn't live there. I've never lived there. I don't have a whole lot of interaction with David. It's not like a day-to-day interaction. I live in another state. Everything I do is virtual. He was just, couldn't, I never knew anything. I don't know anything. And yeah, I think that was it about him. God, I hope not. Oh, about the cameras. So the person who was renting the house made it the tenant's responsibility to take care of the cameras. So if you don't want those cameras working and the manager's not there, it looks like he's just name on a piece of paper. So David is the one in charge of those cameras. What do you think the odds are that they were working? If he's involved. So if he's not involved, hopefully he did have them working so he can, help prove, what really happened. So you said, God, I hope not. The 3 years. Yeah. I do have hope on the judge overseeing the guy on trial for Charlie Kirk. His wording, the way he says everything he puts. Yeah. Oh, really? So the judge for I haven't been following that. The judge for the Charlie Kirk. That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody who came in to watch some of this footage with me and hang out with me in chat. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Brooke, have a good night. I am sure I'm going to see you in some chats later. So that's what we do, right? If you're watching this on replay, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. We are less than 50 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 sub milestone. So we're going to celebrate around here when that happens. I see a link in the chat that Brooke put. I'm going to check that out. Oh, you'll send it to me right now. Okay. Thank you. That'll be interesting. All right. I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that